we're heading up into the mountains in, what are we, northern Arizona now, Steve, or somewhere?
Yeah, we're probably about an hour north of Phoenix, heading up generally toward where Flagstaff is. And they had a good bit of snowfall yesterday. Some places saw 3.5 inches. I saw as much as 8 inches in places.
Yeah.
You can see the side roads are kind of icy over there. Nice snow on the hills.
It's pretty at the moment.
Yeah.
So this old ghost town we're going to is, might be in the snow when we get there, we don't know.
I would imagine there'll be some snow on the ground. So.
Yeah. That's a pretty drive.
It is.
Okay, here we are, day 2 in Arizona. We're in an old ghost town that was established in the 1890s for extracting gold. It's a gold town. The ore was trucked out of here to a smelter, and the town was pretty much all gone by 1921. The First World War killed it off pretty much. Lingered on into the 30s, but it's been nothing. There's nothing here now. There is something here now, actually. There's snow. It's just awesome being up in this sort of country. Nothing like Colleen and I are used to. We're looking forward to a few nice relics out of here. I'm sure it's been well detected, but it's just an awesome place to be. So we're going to spend the rest of the day in this old ghost town, relic hunting. Well, here's Colleen in the old ghost town. This is she's rugged up, and we're not really used to these kind of conditions, but this is just an awesome experience. And it's not that common to get snow up here, apparently. We had a nice dusting last night, so we're hoping to get a couple of relics of the old ghost town here, and we're into it. Okay, here's my first find up in the snow in the old ghost town. It was a 75. Oh, I just dropped it again in the snow. What have we got here? I thought it was a... what is that? It's brass. It's a solid... It looks like a little plug. Actually, it is a little plug. Well, that's awesome. I don't know what that'd be from. Well, it looks like a little plug, but I couldn't imagine a sink being that small. Machine piece, so it's a quality bit of metal. Well, that's all right. You can see it's quite loamy soil. It's rocky up on the hillside here where the houses were, but we've got about 1 inch of snow, and then this thing was 2 inches under that. Beautiful. Ripper. Okay, just get this tiny caliber bullet. I think it's smaller than a 22, but I don't know how old that is. I know it's 1800s, but little tiny round. It was a 58 solid target ID.
So this is my first target for the day. It's coming up 55, but it's not very far down. I'm not sure what the coins are, what numbers the coins are over here, but it's a good solid signal. So I thought we'd better take a look. I haven't got my shovel, but it's in this area here. I'll see if I can find it with the pro pointer. I might have to just go and get a scoop from the car. It's freezing here, so I don't want to take my gloves off. Be back in a minute. Just got to sort through and see which piece of dirt's the actual target. Okay, so it's in the shovel. Still in the shovel. Still in the shovel. It's in the shovel. Looks like it might be a piece of lead. Yeah, I think it's just a piece of lead. So I'll give it a clean and see. But yeah, it's a little bit challenging out here in the snow with the cold. Just trying to do things with gloves on and find the targets, but yeah, keep going anyway. At least it was a good solid target, because there's a lot of rubbish in this area. So I'm using the small Garrett 4.5 inch coil, and that's sort of can get in around the rubbish a little bit better, and you can pick out your signals. So I'll continue on. This is what the field looks like that we're in. So there was a snow drop here last night, so it is it's still really quite cold and windy, and yeah, some of the guys are just up in the car there trying to keep out of the wind a bit. So yeah, we'll continue on and see what happens. So this was my next target. It was about, it's only very shallow, about 2 inches down, and the target idea was about 65, jumping around a bit. So that's what's come up with.
Okay, I'm getting lead up here. This is a nice little 60 signal. So the houses are in this district that I'm in now. I'm in this little clearing in the bushes and the snow, and I'm getting lead. So this is a good sign. I'm just going to pick the high tones out of there's a lot of iron here. I've got 40 points of iron on the max. I guess the winds are ruining this audio, but I hope you can hear what I'm saying. And so I just got this little piece of lead, so that's a good sign. Okay, this one here, maybe a bit more promising. I've got an 80, a shallow 88. Oh no, well it's jumpy, but no, that's mid-80s, that's good. I'll risk another live embarrassment. Oh, that probably stove was okay. That's what I think it was. You probably can't hear this audio too well, but I haven't got any way of reducing this wind. Yeah, it's a tin. It's an old tobacco tin, I think. Well, I've sort of come in out of the wind a little bit under this big old tree, and I made an awesome find. It's a 76, definitely 1800s. I don't know what it is, but it's just beautiful. Some kind of, it's a tube that's been squashed flat. Check that out. What a ripper. There we go, 1800s US gold rush relic. Okay, I'll get some still photos. Okay, there's that relic. Definitely 1800s. Some sort of tube arrangement. If there's a maker's name, I'll subtitle it. But that's a ripper, that one. Okay, right next to the bullet that I just found, I've picked up this nail. Look at the size of it. One of the other guys here says he's picking up lots of nails, so it's an old, yeah, long old nail. The ground's really quite easy to dig on this side. It's lovely soil. Okay, buried under the snow here, you can see the remains of one of the old buildings that's fallen down. Timber. And the huge nails, there's some of them in. There's a big nail in there. It's a bit sad really, but all this area used to be houses. That's the view of the mountain to the side there. It's a beautiful day. Now and then you see the wind taking the snow across, just drifting across. It's lovely.
Never backed down a mountain before, but this is interesting. How about this? Pretty good view, huh?
It's a lovely view.
So that must be the old Humboldt smelter down there in the valley where they used to take the ores to smelt to get the gold.
It's got to be.
Yeah. I'm sitting in the car behind some glass, but it's a bit warmer than it was when we arrived.
It's still 29 though, it's still below freezing.
Okay.
But the wind's not howling.
No, the wind's dropped off.
That's what tears you up, is when the wind's blowing.
Yeah. I'm usually looking for a cool breeze here. I don't want it to breeze.
No.
Okay, it's about midday now. We've moved on to this flat area where there's a lot of glass and ceramic evident. This is the kind of place I'd want to camp and have a house, so logically that's what happened in the 19th century. For example, there's a piece of ceramic there. A lot of it's hidden in the snow, but all over this flat, glass, ceramic, and lots of iron, of course, but I've got the little 5x8 on the max. Snow covered, looks awesome. And so that coil will recover quickly between the iron, and we should be okay picking out a high tone target. Colleen's got the little sniper on her max, so that's even more ideal for this situation.
Okay, this next target, it's coming up as 82, 84. It's a beautiful signal. You can't hear it because I've got the headphones on and it's really so cold. I really can't take the headphones off. It's keeping my ears warm. So it's not going to be very far down because I've only got the 4-inch coil. There's a bit of glass there. So it's a good solid signal. So hopefully be a good target. But it is what it is. Okay. Okay, so it's out of the hole. Let's just get the probe pointer. Looks like this is the target. Nice big signal. And it looks like it's just a huge piece of lead.
Nice old bit of ceramic here, the old blue plate. There's a house site here because there's a lot of old bricks lying around. Just get the shotgun shell, which is a nice repeatable signal. I'm not sure if the date stamp will reveal the year. Looks pretty old though. Yeah, it's an old shell. So that's good. Good indicator that there's still good targets in here.
There's a nice strong target here. It's jumping from about 68 to 72, and it says it's 15 centimetres, so that's like 6 inches down. So I'll just clean away a little bit and see what it is. It's a good solid signal. Clean it up a little bit and just see, but it looks like it just might be a little bit of lead. Okay, this area here looks like it used to be a bit of a rubbish dump. There's lots of old tins around and glass all the way up there. Over there in the snow under the bushes, we've got more tins. Lots and lots of tin. So sometimes that's where you find some good treasures actually, because if you've got a small coil you can get in amongst the tin and pick up anything that someone else has missed, because it's a bit hard detecting in where there's a lot of rubbish and people just get annoyed with it. But hopefully they've left something here for us today.
There's a nice old find from the 1800s. It's a lamp burner part with the adjusting knob there. That's the little flue valve, I think, off the lamp. So that's brass, lightweight brass. And at the back of the home area, or the house area here, lots of scattered ceramic and coloured glass. Not a lot of repeatable targets, so there's one there. An old lamp burner part.
Down here in this rubbish area, this looks like a dump. There's bits of old pottery there. More glass. Yeah. The snow's melted a bit around here, so be able to see any surface finds too, if there's anything to be found. This is a bit of a surface find. Half of it was buried, but it's a handle maybe off a bucket, or I don't know, probably a bucket, or could be a lantern or something. Look at that nail next to it as well. That's a big nail. Look at that. Yeah. Just on the surface here, there's a lot of glass. Look, this is beautiful old piece of pink glass. I'm not quite sure whether it would have been a bottle or a vase. Okay, here I have a couple of little surface finds. I'm not quite sure what this would be. It's got a clip on the end, and it's all made of metal. We'll see that, if we can find out what that was. Also on the surface is a little, looks like a ring from a tent or something. And here's also a bullet. And there's a nail. Bit of pottery, glass. That looks like a glass stopper. Oh no, it's not. It's a little lid off something. Not sure if it's part of a watch, perhaps. Yeah, okay, so it's just all in this one little area here. Just next to those surface finds that I found up there, I've just uncovered this little, looks like a little handle of something. Just a pull. It was only, yeah, it was just under the surface there. I've just picked up another target over under that bush, and it's bringing up 75. So I'll do a live dig on it and see what we come up with. Oh yeah, 75 to 77. Perhaps it's another bullet. Oops. Yeah, whatever that is, it looks like that would have been what it is. Looks like just some sort of a foil or something. It's a bit of a scalloped edge there. Okay, just in the same area I've been hunting, I've just found under the surface another object. It's a bullet. I'm not quite sure what sort of bullet it is, but I'm sure one of the guys here will know anyway. So I'll keep going on with this site because there seems to be lots of little bits here. And here's the next little item. Perhaps it's something, a little bar that had something to do with the previous find. Looks like it's been broken off something. Okay. This is it. mid-afternoon now, so it's not quite as cold. The wind's died down a little bit. And it's just beautiful out here. I'm not sure everyone else has gone. There's a few people here before detecting. There's the main area down there with all the cars. There's some beautiful hillsides over there. Mountains in the distance. Okay. And there's still snow on the ground here. Okay, I've just picked up something else in the same hole. Not quite sure what it is. Maybe it's just a bit of lead. And so there's also something in this little bundle here. Looks like it there. Oh yes, that looks like lead too. And just in the same hole, it looks like a stud.
Is Colleen working on a dig in the melting snow? What do you got?
It was a 60 signal.
Okay. We can't hear the audio because she's got the Z-links on, but 60, it's repeatable though, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I thought it might have been another bullet. Oops. So I found a few bullets.
Old ones.
Oh, I don't really know much about bullets.
Oh yeah, there. What's that?
Not sure what that is. Do you want to have a
I thought it was another. It's a bullet. Oh no, it's
Looks like a bit of a bullet.
lead. I'd say with your target ID. Oh, it's a pinfire bullet. Is it? Oh no, I thought it was a pinfire.
Actually, no. It looks like it's got some scalloping around the
Yeah,
edge there.
could be around. Oh, nice. Oh, where's that?
That was just in the same area. There's another bullet.
That's nice. That. Oh, that red glass is awesome, isn't it? Some really bright red glass. I'd love to see the bottle they came from.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That looks like it's silver.
Yeah, it did actually, didn't it? And then I found these funny little things. I didn't know if they all belonged together.
Funny little things. You got a 12 gauge.
Oh, there's another. What's that? A 12 gauge?
That's a live round.
Yeah, I'm not sure about what they are. Oh, is that off a part of a watch or?
Yeah, that's a lady's watch.
It looks like it. Is it?
It's got writing on it. No.
Is it?
Lady's watch back.
And what's this?
Turn it over.
You know, I think I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, that's not a hair clip, is it? No. Oh no, no.
And then I found another little bit that looks like a bar that may belong to that.
Geez, you've got a bit of gear here. You take more than I have.
Oh, I haven't found any coins. Oh, that's just a.
Tim found a coin, but it was a 2006.
Oh, well.
Break his heart.
Oh, look what I found.
Picture hook.
I can't find the other thing now. Here, there somewhere. Yeah, but I thought that might be interesting.
Yeah, that's a watch back or something.
Yeah, that was
nice.
That was a surface find. I thought it was a top, you know, a
Yeah.
glass bottle top.
Okay.
Aren't you ready?
Yeah.
Throwing.
You ready for me to start on this one?
Going around the ghost town. Chuck, I will let you go in and pick the winning relic of the day.
Okay, we're going to start over here. I'm looking at this Garrett backpack. I'm trying to get it out of the shadows with all the relics. Somebody got a painting. I see a lot of head stamps. Got an old bell hook. A lot of old shells. What's this? Explain that to me. Pick it up and explain it to me. Who found that?
This? That's a bale seal. It's got writing on it and everything. Probably on a sack of goods, maybe corn, maybe oats, carried in on a donkey all the way from Iowa. That could be a hot water
Hot water bottle plug, I reckon.
top.
Water bottle top
Those are
or some
common.
kind of,
Yeah.
you know, nice brass piece. It's got threads on it, so it's not as
threads.
old.
Yeah, that's a what's it? I don't know.
That's a what's it. It had the nice screen
Got
to
some
it.
writing on
and
there in one spot. I can see just a little
Oh,
bit. And
I
up
was gonna
there
take a
you've got
picture
some
of
sort
it.
of a mechanical.
Yeah, a little mechanical piece. Here's a little rivet here.
Yeah, a little rivet and some sort of mechanical piece, which is an unknown entity. Now we're going to move over one more.
This will be worn
Steve,
over.
you found those, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay. All right, good. Very good.
And then
Oh,
what you
Warren,
got
what have you
here?
got here?
We got a lamp burner for a hurricane lamp, so that would have lit the night at McCabe. One starry evening
Right before the battle.
before the battle that we detailed earlier on. We've got maybe a walking stick, cane, or riding crop ferrule, or whatever you call those things.
Yeah, very ornate. And that may be silver.
Okay.
That's blackened. It's got a nice tarnish. It's not the reddish color that you see on nickel.
No,
So
true.
I'm thinking you got maybe silver or silver plate. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what
Colin's
have you got?
She's got a scoop
Oh.
full of gear there.
No,
Yeah.
I've taken a lot of it out. So just the looks like
You
a
got,
lady.
you got a lot of head stamps here and possibly a lady's barrette type thing in there. And you got some dated head stamps, 1901. I'm not familiar with the one company name, and that could be a rarity. There's a collectability in these head stamps for shotgun shells now.
Yeah.
There's a whole different world to that. And you want me to pick one?
There's
Yeah.
gonna pick one thing
set
out of
over
all
here.
this.
What out of that one?
Yeah, you got some over there. I better
Those
take
are
a look
those
at
are
that.
Carlotta's right here. Right here.
This is Carlotta's?
Yeah, there's a couple head stamps
Oh,
in
she
there.
got some good head stamps too. Yeah, little buckle, little tiny buckle.
Yeah.
Horse tack maybe, yeah. 22 case.
That's a big one right there too.
Yeah.
Looks like a 4570 or something.
That's a healthy looking chip.
And
Both
the
of them are.
Yeah.
Suspender belt buckle. I like the
They're
suspender
older
buckle.
casings. Boy, you guys are making it tough on me, but something that I want to look at is something that's got a little flair for the area. Gold mining camps and silver camps, they always like to spend a lot of money on the fancy stuff. And we got hinges and we got shotgun shells and different things. I'm drawn to that piece that Warren's got real hard.
I like the sound of I like the way you think, Chuck.
Yeah. I know you do. So there's a piece of pie on this? How
There's
big
a piece of pie.
is
It's
that?
an entire
It's a-
pie.
It's a pie.
It's an entire pie.
Did Judge get a
Whole
piece
pie.
of that, Warren?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't do that.
I don't know if I'm keen to share it because I won't get much myself. But
Oh, here, let's take another look at this.
it's gone back to the it's gone back to the earth.
Yeah, it is nice.
That is
That's
nice.
your final pick?
This is my final pick. I really,
Oh,
really,
I'd like to.
I really like that.
I'd like to
Warren.
thank the good people of McCabe and McCabe County in general, and the state of McCabe, for awarding me this pie.
The first annual pie.
First annual pie.
It'll be, yeah, later on today it'll be the first annual eating of the pie.
the
and-
ritual pie eating.
Right, we'll present it to you later
Okay.
on
The
today.
Arizona Australian Challenge.
Yeah.
we have a winner.
Yeah.
It was real tough between that little like barrette thing
Yeah,
that
that's
she had and that buckle and this, and there's head stamps. You guys made it hard on me, but this is very cool, and I think this is off of either a walking cane at the end.
yeah.
I'm thinking that's what this was off of. And
Yeah.
That's pretty good stuff.
Well, it
I
was
hope you're filming
hard
it
one
right.
too. It was like a scene from The Revenant. I was just sort of trudging through the snow, and it was freezing, and there was a blizzard blowing at the time, and I still managed to pick the target out from under an old pine tree. So
Yes,
Very
yes. That's
good.
well done, me.
It's an incredible story.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks for sharing
I
that.
was out there for hours. There was a search party looking for me.
That is pretty cool. It really
We
is.
need to
And
go
I-
have the eating of the pie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to have the eating
Pie.
of the pie.
All right.
yeah, you
And
got
it only
it.
hits the roof of
Actually,
the
when
truck
somebody
once.
goes like this and he's faced with a pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
hang on a
like
minute.
that.
Don't start
There
suggesting
you
that
go,
sort of
mate.
stuff.
That's
Put all
good.
the roof
Congrats. That's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool stuff.
All right, let's
That's
head
pretty
back
cool.
to the vehicle.
Uh,
Can I get one of everybody behind the detectors?
The
here?
envelope full of money will be in your truck
You want
shortly.
these?
All of 50 cents.
I've been looking forward to this.
This
This
is
is it.
part of the Arizona Australia Challenge.
That's
Yeah.
it.
The first annual AA challenge. And Warren wins, so he
We
gets
don't
an
eat the
extra.
10. We don't eat the 10 in America.
This, on behalf of the good people of McCabe and Arizona in general,
Yes.
and I'm going to go enjoy eating this pie in front of everybody else. Or should I cut it into 15 pieces?
Oh, I think you should
I
just
think you should
enjoy
eat it all.
I think I should stand further from you guys when I do it now. Because I don't know anything can happen with this pie.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
It's already breaking apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's coming
here we go.
apart. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that.
In honor of
Did you wash your hands first?
Looks like blueberries.
My hands are covered in dust.